warmer weather for the weekend. I know the St. Jude, there's going to be tens of thousands, up to, I guess, between 10 and 20,000 folks will be out there running in some form of 5K, family fun run, or half marathon relay. There's going to be a lot of people pounding the pavement.
You're not doing this one? You recently did a half marathon. Was that enough for you? You calling it quits?
Yeah.
Or your marathon career is not continuing?
Yeah, I'm pretty much good. I'm not going to run.
Now, have you always been a runner, or did your wife get you into that?
I started running about 7 or 8 years ago. We've done about half a dozen half marathons, but I'm about done with that. I'm about over it. And for me, I'll do more cardio training, the short sprints and the runs and stuff like that.
I'm thinking about going out with my stepsister's company and handing out water. They do that sometimes during the marathons. That's a role. There's a role for everyone in these.
People appreciate that. They really
do.
They do. And, some people I know, I used to when I worked in television, I actually had to burn a day off to go run 13 miles. So really, it wasn't that. It wasn't like I was doing it to relax, but not everybody's using all their time.
That's crazy to me. Who doesn't want to use all their vacation days anyway? We're bringing in business coach and workplace culture expert, Shontaye Hawkins. Good morning, Shontaye. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning. How are you?
Good, except that I want these people to give me their vacation. Some employees, we're understanding, are reluctant to take vacation time. Tell me, who are these people, and why don't they want their vacation?
Look, I want some of their time, too. We can split it. How about that?
That sounds good.
Well, I think what happened is, following the recession and everything, people are more reluctant to take that time off because they're fearful of coming back to what would be a pink slip, right? And that's one thing. The second thing is they're fearful of, okay, what kind of workload am I going to come back to if I take a week off or, 2 weeks off? It's really scary. It's like, okay, I come back to the office and I have way more work than I did when I was here every day.
Now, that's also a good point, because sometimes in order to take vacation, you have to do twice as much work to even get to take a couple days off.
Yes, right, absolutely. And here's one thing, too, that I was thinking about is what happens sometimes is employees know that, well, I can possibly tell my coworker how to cover for me while I'm out, but what if I tell them and then they realize that, we don't really need her or him because we can just have their friend take on that responsibility. And so then, again, you're losing your job. So it's kind of a little bit of job security. I don't want everybody to know that I can do this in 10 minutes.
Which is kind of odd, because it seems like a lot of people, Shontaye, are taking their work home now with phones that pretty much do everything that computers did 10 years ago. Now we can take it with us. It seems like maybe is it possible that we just get caught in a routine that we don't want to get out of, because sometimes it's just such a pain to schedule anything other than our daily lives?
Yeah, I mean, it is a pain. You're like, okay, well, it's just easier to keep going.
That's true.
But it's also detrimental. It could be detrimental to your health. I think your personal relationships.
And I think that's a good point, because I understand all those reasons you're talking about. Everybody in the back of their head has thought, if somebody else can do my job, I'm replaceable, or what if this, then this. But seriously, when it comes to taking a vacation, it is so good if you can make yourself do it. It is so good to get out of town. It's probably good not only for you physically, but mentally, and like you mentioned, for relationships too.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can actually leave your phone, take your phone, but leave your laptop and tablets, and even if you are taking them, make a commitment not to even open them. Unless there's some crazy major emergency, but then at that point, you really should just have someone at the office that can cover for you while you're on vacation. Because you really do want to be able to unplug, because your company, they need to know that it's in their best interest to actually have you healthy and strong versus stressed out when you come back to the office.
Very true.
Worse yet, in the hospital, right, from some heart attack.
And I'm guessing, Shontaye, people would just love to have a boss that would just say, please, just go take some vacation time. Of course, that second half of the sentence not being, and please don't come back. But, just please go get away for a little bit of time. It's almost as if people need to be enabled to take what's already allowed.
They do. And the way to, one thing that companies can do is actually practice what you preach. Show me that I can take vacation. Show me that we can unplug, and show me that we can come back to our jobs and not have to be coming back to a pink slip and a pile of work that is going to take me 2 months to get out of.
Well, and I also think, as Tim mentioned earlier, again, this is Shontaye Hawkins, who's a business coach and workplace culture expert. A lot of people are going to be on vacation the last 2 weeks of this year, the way the holidays are falling, and then maybe the company's business holidays are falling the days off. Those last 2 weeks of the year are going to be pretty much useless, in my opinion.
Right. People are still going to have their cell phones, their tablets out. They're still going to be responding to emails. They're still going to be checking voicemail. So, it is what it is.
But I think people do need to be less reluctant. But it is hard. It's a lot of work to get the vacation time. But people always want what they deserve. Well, you earn your vacation. You've really got to take it.
You really should take it. You should really unplug. You should really enjoy your family because, you're working for them. But at the end of the day, you're no good for them or your employers if you're in the hospital because you worked yourself into a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, we hope you get some good downtime in the next month plus. Shontaye Hawkins, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And have a great Thursday.
Thanks, Shontaye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
She's always pleasant.
I know. She's always like one of the happiest people we talk to.
Yes. Well, she's working about, her story is talking about not working. She's working about not working.
And I think she also works hard to make sure people can be happy at their workplace. I guess probably the people who are less satisfied with their job are perhaps the ones that are more inclined to take the vacation. But really, up until, when I first started a job, I earned those 2 weeks. And when I finally got to 3 weeks, I was so excited at one company. And you work hard for your vacation to get it. And when you have kids, it's great to be able to take it so you can shop a little bit before Christmas. And, in a media business, it's very difficult. You've got to schedule your vacation so that there's people that can fill in and all that. It's not just you getting to go when you want to. There are plenty of ifs and whats when you're planning it. And not everybody's job is like that. But if you have vacation, try to take a little before you lose it at the end of the year.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get some downtime. Enjoy. Take a big, deep breath. Memphis Morning News Time, 7:52.